Hi, and welcome to my very first episode of something new that I am trying out. I'm going to start a little video series for you, and I'm calling it Off the Page. So this is my attempt at providing a little supplement for the educators and the families and the different groups that I work with who either already have a lot of my books or articles or videos, but they just want a little refresher now and then. And I also want to provide something for folks that don't have access to those products and, want to have the ideas, but, it's not convenient for you to access the book or to go grab the article or even to take a look at the DVD. So each one of these episodes will be just a couple of minutes. I'm going to grab just one idea from one of my books, and I'll just highlight a little bit about it for you. So the first idea that I'm going to target for this series is of the same name as the series itself. I'm going to focus on getting it off the page. And this is an idea that you'll find in a couple of my books. It's simply the notion that students spend a lot of time with paper and pencil on devices, and that's always going to be part of the educational experience. There's nothing wrong with that. But we just want to make sure that there's a nice balance across the days, the weeks, the months, and the year. So let's talk about a few ideas for this getting it off the page concept. It's simply the idea that students need a lot of opportunities to, as I say, move, talk, interact, share, get sort of intellectually messy. So we want to look for times in the day when we can move off of paper, sometimes even off of devices, and let them learn in an alternative way. So it might be looking for, a time when students are engaged in a worksheet, and we even just cut up the worksheet, put it around the room, and let them sort of travel to stations to solve problems or answer questions. You learn new vocabulary words, so you're going to let them act them out or create small skits. If you are teaching a chronology or a sequence of events or even a process, create a little chronology on the floor of the classroom or even down the hallway and let them travel through that. You might let them make a three-dimensional model of the rock cycle versus just creating a diagram. Perhaps you want to move away from book reports and have students give short book talks to each other, or maybe even make little book trailers using their iPads or their phones. Getting it off the page could be as simple as moving from a drill and practice exercise on paper to, engaging in flashcards with a small group or with another student. So look for some opportunity this week to get something that's usually on the page off the page. If you like this idea and you want to learn more, you might want to check out my newest book, which is Universal Design Daily. It's featured in that book. And I've also written about it in the guidebook that's connected to and that comes with my You're Going to Love This Kid DVD professional development kit. And then, of course, I've written a lot about getting it off the page and movement in general through other texts like Joyful Learning and From Tutor Scripts to Talking Sticks. But we'll be talking about those books more in subsequent videos. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next episode of Off the Page.